Boys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're breaking down the best diet to use in 2025 for you to unlock substantial growth. If you're struggling in the gym or you're using fad diets that essentially don't work, maybe it's the carnivore, intermittent fasting, paleo, all these different diets are essentially just not getting the results you want. I'm going to break down one you essentially need, which is a own personalized plan on how you can do it effectively, how to smash your goals. Because guys, I've taken my physique from here to here. I want to show you the exact blueprint I did to unlock these insane results and how you could do the same thing too in this video right here. So guys, what we're essentially going to do is break this video down to 3 essential keys: why your diet's failing, what frameworks you need, and what kind of misconceptions you're doing over and over again that are leading you to these failures. 2, how to use flexible eating, how to still eat your favorite foods, and maybe you're going out and you still want to, have that cheeseburger and still hit your goals. I'm going to break that down. And 3, a personalized plan that you guys use to literally crush your goals. So I want to give you guys everything you need. I hope this video gives everything that you need to not only enhance your results, but to sustain them long term. That's the key, sustainability. And we're going to talk about how that's incorporated to your nutrition, to your lifestyle, how it becomes a part of your identity, all this good stuff. So guys, if you're new, you haven't been to the channel, welcome back. Let's talk about point number 1, why most diets fail. Guys, we have to understand that the reason why most diets fail is because you're not gaining the essential information and skill sets. Long-term sustainability is kind of the key word you need to talk about. If you're essentially not doing stuff you enjoy, how do you expect to sustain the results? Impossible. What's starting to happen is you're just looking for a quick fix approach and you're not getting the essential skill sets or information to sustain it long-term. That's your number one problem. You're not gaining long-term sustainability. So guys, you have to think about it like this: how can I still do stuff that I enjoy and to still hit my goals every single day? And that's the reason you're not hitting your goals, is because you're not doing stuff you generally enjoy. So guys, like for me, I love strength training. I strength train 5-6 days a week because I love it so much. If you don't enjoy strength training, then obviously you're not going to do it. And imagine putting that base on every single day for weeks, months, and years. Impossible. You're just not going to stick with it. We have to think of our nutrition the same way. We have to do stuff that's long-term sustainable. If you look for, an intermittent fasting or a carnivore diet or a paleo diet or a keto diet, and you lose all this weight for essentially, and you just didn't learn how to do it the right way, you just kind of slash your calories, and you're like, all right, I'll get to this extreme weight for this wedding or for the summertime to unlock that six-pack. But the real problem is when you actually go back and you're like, okay, now essentially you have to keep it. That's when you're actually going to fall, because you didn't learn any of the information or skill sets. So you have to do stuff you generally enjoy towards your lifestyle. And once you do that, that gives you the ability to set realistic expectations for yourself, because when you set realistic expectations, you gain skill sets and information. When you do that, so essentially, guys, we talked about vertical line goals, I know in a previous video over here, but the ability to use vertical line goals is you break down your overarching goal and you essentially do benchmark goals that align with that. And that's why essentially it's so important, because when you break down a vertical line goal to benchmark goals into daily inputs, those daily inputs move the needle every single day. They build momentum. And that allows you to kind of incorporate into your diet, because your diets can be made up of the foods you enjoy every single day. You see how kind of everything, is built to the pyramid? If you do stuff you enjoy every single day in regards to your diet, that allows you to hit your benchmark goal of maybe gaining 5 pounds, losing 5 pounds, to your overarching goal, whatever your goal is. And your food is the essential needle mover every single day as you get there. That's what's really important. And if you could surround it around your favorite foods, which I'm kind of going to break down some models that you guys could use, that would be really helpful. Now we're talking about substantial growth. So guys, when we talk about breaking down our nutrition, we obviously have to understand where our maintenance calories is. So guys, if you're at maintenance calories, maybe it's 2,000 and you want to, do a bulk, and maybe you want to do a lean bulk, you're at 2,200. If you want to do a standard bulk, you're at 2,500. Vice versa, if you want to cut down calories, your maintenance is at 2,000, then we're going down, we're going to be at 1,500. That's a good ballpark, we understand. But now we have to break down our core macros. Do you have proteins, our carbs, and our fats? So some really good sources for you guys to use for your protein is maybe steak, chicken, eggs, egg whites. We have ground turkey, ground beef. Of course, the leaner the better. So 90-10, 85-15, 96-4, whatever you want to go. But I think 90-10 is a really good way to go about it. We have steak, we have beef, all this different stuff. There's so many. Greek yogurt, absolute staple right there, and insane macros. But we have all these different options. Just make sure you do it towards your favorite foods and tailor it towards your core macros and then your calorie count, because we know our calorie count is made up of our macros. I'm not going to break down the nuances. How do you get your calorie count? How do you get your macros? I don't want to go into the details, because guys, a lot of people are going to get analysis paralysis. I go into too much detail. You guys don't take action. I've been on the other side of the screen. I know essentially what happened. So just use these frameworks as benchmarks and then actually take action. You'll see the stuff you missed in between to make substantial growth. Now let's talk about some carbs. So guys, what we want to do is refrain from carbs and go to complex carbs. So I want you to throw away those chips, the sodas, the candies, the pretzels, and resort to quinoa, sweet potatoes, white rice, brown rice, stuff like this that actually takes your body longer to break down, feel full longer, and essentially gives you the right energy. And now we're going to break down our fats. Maybe we're using dark chocolate, some oil, so maybe some olive oil, avocado oil, or maybe nuts. So we have pistachios, walnuts, cashews, almonds, stuff like this. That is really good clean sources. But guys, make sure you align it with their goal. If you're going to eat healthy and then just go over your calorie intake by 10,000 calories, no, it really doesn't matter. You're still going to gain the excess fat, vice versa, if you're trying to lose weight. So just make sure you're in the right frameworks, but these are good ways to start. And that's going to allow you to get you essentially, building the right essential frameworks you need to do a diet that you work and you'll essentially quit right away. So guys, now let's follow this into point number 2, key to flexible dieting. So the ability to still eat your favorite foods, as I just mentioned, you need to make sure you have a model or framework you're going around. The ability to do this the right way is to, of course, understand what our maintenance calories is and if we're going to be in a calorie surplus or decrease. And once we have that number, we can then incorporate a margin of error, the amount of calories you're going to use to kind of fit in that cheat meal. Maybe it's pizza, maybe, it's a cheeseburger, maybe it's French fries from McDonald's, or whatever it is. But make sure you have a margin of error for you guys to incorporate that and don't go too much over your calorie count or down too little where you're actually starving yourself. Stuff like this. Make sure it's sustainable. Make sure you actually enjoy your favorite foods. But don't do this too frequently because then you're essentially just not following a diet. You're just following, your old ways of doing it, which doesn't get you any results. Guys, is maybe using the rule of 80-20 or 90-10 where you can eat, 9 meals that you enjoy, and then that one is the ability to have a cheat meal, which is the 90-10, or you want to do 2, the 80-20. It's fine like that. Just again, make sure you incorporate that margin of error and you actually deliver on the expectations consistently of hitting your core macros, and then give yourself that freedom, every 10 days or so, depending on which plan you take, to give you that self to have that cheat meal. Because once you have that cheat meal, you get your cravings back done, they're not coming back, and you can actually get back into your routine and you enjoy it and you can still have your favorite foods. That's how you go about flexible dieting. Always make sure you have a margin of error, and if that is the ability to kind of stay in count, stay in your central framework, and to make sure you stay consistent with their goals. And of course, make sure you enjoy the process. Everyone's got to enjoy the process, because if you don't, guys, it's going to be unenjoyable. You're just not going to do it, and you're not going to be able to sustain it long term, which is the key point. Long-term sustainability. You got to do stuff you enjoy. You can't, essentially eat bland foods all the time. You can't eat chicken and rice and protein shakes all the time. So that's a good, effective way of going about it. So guys, what we essentially did was broke down all the essentials. Now I want to put the glue together and just really put it all as a package. And the ability to do this, guys, is of course to make sure we're doing stuff that we generally enjoy, but not just that, we're making sure we're hitting these consistently. And the point with consistency is, guys, in regards to your nutrition is going to speed up your results, because, guys, in the ability to get results, it's 80-20. 80% is nutrition, 20% is training. And if you need to personalize that plan, you need to make sure it's made up of your favorite foods. So guys, what I essentially want you guys to do is use the point I mentioned before about your favorite foods and just kind of make that around your meals. As you can see, I do this with my clients over here, where I actually give you a templated form where you can just do your food questionnaire, and that gives you all your favorite meals but portioned correctly. And that's how you actually personalize a plan towards your goals. Of course, guys, you can have, Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell. That could be maybe a cheat meal, but that can be a foundational framework. You need those core principles as we talk about. Maybe it's grilled chicken, ground beef, steak, eggs, whatever you enjoy. Make these meals as your templated macros, and then hit these consistently every single day, but portion it out. That's why it all reverts to having the skills and information, because when you know how to do this, you know how to portion stuff correctly. And guys, everything's like a pyramid, as I keep on coming back to the example. If you build a shitty foundation, everything on the top is going to essentially crumble, because you didn't gain the right information and skill sets. So again, guys, it all comes down to long-term sustainability, gaining the right information, gaining the right skill sets. And as soon as you do that, you can create a personalized plan from here. You don't have to track it, but you have to pay your arrogant tax. You have to learn it in the beginning. As soon as you learn it, you're going to buy back your time later. And that's the most important part. Do the stuff you hate in the beginning, you learn the right information, and then you're going to buy back your time after. But essentially, guys, that takes time. You have to pay your arrogant tax. You have to do it the right way. Because if you do it as a quick fix approach, again, like the carnivore, keto, intermittent fasting, guys, those things, if you enjoy that stuff and it works for your lifestyle, fine. But most of the time, those are quick fix approaches because it's not sustainable. You can't cut out your carbs 24/7, stuff like that these diets kind of tend to do. Some of them, I'm not saying all those, I'm saying certain diets, So guys, you have to make sure that it's sustainable towards you and your lifestyle. As soon as you do that, you're going to actually enjoy what you do. You can literally make it around your lifestyle. What better way is it to smash your goals, hit your favorite foods, and to actually enjoy what you do every single day? Cheat code right there. So again, guys, I hope I gave you the key formula for the best diet framework to essentially smash your goals and to really unlock your dream body. I hope I gave you that in this video. And again, guys, I'm just sure I try to give these videos a high value per second, everything you need to know. And guys, I hope this video did just that. If you guys haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, you give me a thumbs up, or you smash that like button. It really helps me, allow me to grow this channel and essentially have a bigger impact on lives when people have become their best self and to really unlock their fullest potential, because we know fitness is the epicenter of success. Once you unlock your fitness, potential, then it funnels to other stuff for your life, maybe your confidence, the way you fit in a shirt, the way you feel, the way you think, all this different stuff. So that's my goal. And I hope you guys could literally share the message and help me grow this to literally helping people become their best selves, as I mentioned before. If you guys haven't seen already, make sure to check out the IG over here as I give you more behind the scene looks of how I use this stuff, how it's allowed me to grow to be the man I am today. I learned a lot in my journey, and I hope my Instagram kind of gives you, the stuff that you could see every single day to literally use it in your life and to learn stuff behind the scenes on how I can use this to literally expedite your growth. And I try to give those tips and tricks every single day. And I hope you guys could use this advice to literally fast track your growth. So again, guys, thank you for watching another great video on the channel. We'll go ahead and see you in the next one.